Now, about 6 years ago, I got a little Spey curious, and living in a trout Spey mecca, I decided to give it a shot. The Big Sky State is home to some really awesome, relatively large rivers on the trout fishing spectrum. Spey fishing, or Spey casting, has been around for forever. It originated on the River Spey in Scotland, and there's a lot of history to it, but I'm not going to bore you with all that crap. All you really need to know is that for years, Spey casting was done almost exclusively for catching salmon and steelhead on big rivers that are hard to fish with traditional fly tackle. See this bank? Normally you would never be able to cast a fly across the river into that bucket where all the fish are hanging, because it's physically not possible. With a traditional fly rod, you often need to make several back casts in order to launch your fly out there. That's not the case with the Spey rod. Now, it may seem weird to be using such a long rod, but these 11-foot micro trout Spey rods are nothing like the 22-foot Spey rods they used back in the day. The longer rods allow Spey anglers to cover more water efficiently and without a snaggy back cast. The technique is pretty simple. Bomb a cast at about a 45-degree angle, let the fly sweep across the river current until it's directly below you, which is called the hang down, and then strip it back, take a step, and do it all over again. One of the main differences when you're swinging for trout versus when you're swinging for a steelhead or salmon is that anglers like to put a little pulse or a strip into the retrieval method. Whereas when you're swinging for salmon or steelhead, typically you just cast it and let it swing. It's a good idea to experiment because one day they may like a little pulse and the next day they may like a traditional swing. A classic swing spot is really anything that has uniform current. Pocket water or areas that have different currents won't give you a real tight swing, and that's what we're looking for. Tailouts and inside bends are usually great places to start, and I like to edge towards deeper water during the seasonal times of fall, winter, and spring when I employ the Spey rod the most. For gear, you really don't need much, and that's what I love most about the style of fishing. Just grab a rod, a box of flies, and your net, and call it good. And with fantastic stream access laws here, there's really no need to bring the boat. In fact, I prefer to walk into areas to swing. It allows you to really slow down and work a run well. Now, swinging is not usually the most effective way to catch a fish. Straight up, it's not. The people who tell you that are bullshitting you.
Fish. Yeah, dude, God.
If you're in it for numbers of fish, that's why they invented Euro nymphing. 9 times out of 10, if you were to nymph these runs, you'd catch way more trout.
We're doing a little video on why you should never go trout Spey fishing.
Yeah. You get the nymph boat catching the fish while you're not?
Yeah, that's right. God, dude.
But as my 20-something-year-old JV baseball coach told me once, 90% of life is looking good, and 10% is what you do while you're looking good. Now, I don't really agree with that at all, but casting a Spey rod is just cool. Look at that cast. I found that Spey casting is one of the most therapeutic things I do. Standing in a river with no care in the world, launching my shooting head far, and letting my fly dangle in the river gives you tons of time to relax and soak in the beauty around you. So now that we got all that out of the way, let's get into some fish catching. Because you know, what's a fishing video without catching some fish? Now, to be completely honest with you, I had a few days where I got skunked trying to make this video. So after getting my butt kicked, I knew exactly who to call. My buddy, Paul Nicoletti, aka Leech God. Old Pablo really knows how to work the Spey rod, and he's a dude that I can totally count on to come catch some fish.
Nice. Yeah, all right.
Nice, dude.
Earlier.
Going that way. Sweet, dude.
Nice, dude.
All right.
Let's go.
Most of the time, trout spey anglers are mimicking some sort of fleeing bait fish, leech, or other high-protein food source. That typically means we get the most aggressive fish to eat. When a fish comes up and grabs your fly, it's one of the coolest feelings you can have. Unlike dry fly fishing or nymphing, you actually feel the fish mouth the fly and grab it.
All right, we're back in the game. We're back, boys.
Oh, what a beaut. What a beauty. Yeah, let's go. Beauty.
There's always that guy in the group that can't catch a fish. And when it comes down to it, it's just like any other fishing. Sometimes you got it and sometimes you don't. Also, it's always fun to be your buddy's net guy. Seeing the excitement on their face when they hook up and doing your best to land the fish, it's totally a riot. And sometimes even a blind squirrel finds a nut.
Look at that fish, dude. Dark boy. Hey, no skunk today.
Watch that rod then.
Finally, dude. Dude, that's a tank. Nice. Let's go. That's what you come here for.
Yeah, dude. There it is.
Yeah, dude. Look at that right in the snout.
Snoot.
Dude, these ones are freaking nice. Dude, good work. That's freaking sweet. Thanks for putting on the show. I appreciate it. I asked and you delivered.
Dude, till next time, right?
Yeah.